Hello, my friends. Welcome back to The English Cafe, the podcast where you learn real English slowly, clearly, and confidently. I'm Jack, and in today's episode, we will talk about something very important. Are you tired of not understanding what you hear in English? Do you want to catch every word, every sentence, and every idea? Well, you're not alone. Today, I will teach you active listening techniques. These techniques will help you become a confident English listener. Listening is hard. Native speakers talk fast. They use hard words. They sometimes mumble. That means they speak unclearly. But don't worry. Today I will teach you active listening techniques. These techniques will help you become a confident English listener. You will listen, you will shadow, and you will grow with me. So find a quiet place, get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin. So what does active listening mean? It means you don't just hear English, you really try to understand it. You stay focused. You pay attention when people speak. There are many sounds, many words. But active listening is not about catching every single word. It's about listening with purpose. That means you are trying to understand the message, not just the sounds. Sometimes we listen passively. We let the speaker talk, but we don't think much about it. Maybe we are tired. Maybe we are doing something else. Maybe we are thinking about dinner or our phone. But active listening is different. When you are an active listener, you give your full attention. You're not thinking about other things. You are thinking about the speaker. You want to know what are they trying to say? What is the main idea? You are using your brain, not just your ears. This is very important for learning English. When you listen actively, your brain works harder and learns faster. You connect words to meaning. You connect sound to understanding. So remember, active listening is about focus. It's about thinking while listening. It's about understanding ideas, not just words. When you listen this way, you will improve your English. You will understand more, and over time listening will become easier and more enjoyable. Now let's explore how you can become a better active listener step by step. Alright, let's start with the first technique. This is a very helpful habit. Predict before you listen. So what does predict mean? It means to guess what will happen. To make a smart guess before something happens. So when we say predict before you listen, we mean try to guess what the speaker will say before you start listening. Why is this helpful? Listening. Why is this helpful? Because it gets your brain ready. It helps your brain think about possible words, possible ideas, and possible topics. Then when the speaker talks, your brain is faster. It can catch the meaning more easily. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're going to listen to a podcast about food. Before you press play, you can ask yourself, will they talk about cooking? Will they say names of fruits or vegetables? Will they describe tastes like sweet or spicy? When you think like this before listening, your brain becomes more active. You already have ideas in your head. So, when you hear those ideas, you understand them faster. Here is another example. You're about to watch a video about travel. Before the video starts, stop and ask yourself, what might I hear? Will I hear words like ticket, passport, or flight? Even if your guess is not 100% right, that's okay. The important thing is that your brain is getting ready. Think of it like warming up before exercise. When you warm up, your body moves better. When you predict before listening, your mind understands better. So try this simple habit. Before you listen, stop for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, what is this about? What do I think I will hear? This small step makes a big difference. Okay. Now, let's look at technique number 2. Listen for main ideas, not every word. Many learners make the same mistake. They try to understand every single word. But here's the truth, my friend. You don't need to understand every word to understand what someone is saying. When native speakers talk, they often use new words, idioms, or slang. You won't always know every word, and that's okay. You don't have to stop and check the dictionary every time. Instead, focus on the main idea. Try to understand the big picture. Ask yourself, what is the speaker talking about? What is the main point? Let me give you an example. Imagine someone says, I didn't go to the party because I had a splitting headache. I didn't go to the party because I had a splitting headache. Maybe you don't know the word splitting. That's okay. You will know. First, he didn't go to the party. Second, he had a headache. Third, that's why he stayed home. So even without understanding one word, you still understand the main message. That's the goal. Here is another example. We ran into some unexpected delays at the airport, but we finally made it to Paris last night. We ran into some unexpected delays at the airport, but we finally made it to Paris last night. Maybe unexpected or delays is new for you, but you can hear the important parts. First, something happened at the airport. Second, it caused a problem. Third, but they arrived in Paris at the end. That's the main idea. That's enough. Remember, when you watch a movie or listen to a podcast, you are trying to understand the message, not translate every word. If you understand 60%, that's a good start. If you understand the big idea, you are doing great. Over time, your understanding will grow. More words will become familiar, and your brain will fill in the missing pieces more easily. So, next time you listen, don't panic if you hear a new word. Just keep going. Stay calm. Focus on the main message. That's what good listeners do. Now it's time for technique number 3. This is something many learners forget to do, but it is very powerful. Listen more than once. Yeah, that's right. Don't listen just one time. Listen 2 times, 3 times, even more. Why? Because the first time you listen, your brain is just trying to catch the sound. It is getting used to the speaker's voice, the speed, the accent. Maybe you understand a little, maybe just a few words. That's okay. But the second time, your brain already knows what's coming. It's ready. Now you hear more. You understand more. You catch new words. You hear the rhythm. You notice the way the speaker connects words together. The third time you might notice something small, a word you missed before, a funny expression, a feeling in the speaker's voice. This is how real listening happens. Little by little, layer by layer. Think about music. When you hear a song one time, it's okay. But when you hear it many times, you start to sing along. You remember the words. You feel the music. It's the same with English. So don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. That's normal. That's natural. Good listeners listen more than once. They repeat the audio. They pause. They listen again. And you can do this too. Start with this podcast. Listen once, then again, then again. Each time you understand more. Each time your brain becomes stronger. Each time your confidence grows. So, remember, 1 time is not enough. 2 or 3 times is much better. Alright. Now, let's look at technique number 4. Use context to guess new words. What is context? Context means the other words around the new word, the story or the feeling in The sentence. When you don't know a word, you can look at the words before and after it. You can also think about what is happening in this conversation. What is the speaker talking about? Let me show you how this works. Here is a sentence. I was starving, so I ate 3 sandwiches. Maybe you don't know the word starving, but think, she said she ate 3 sandwiches. So maybe starving means very, very hungry. And that's right. Starving means extremely hungry. You understood the word. You understood the word even if you didn't know it before. You used the context, the words before and after to guess the meaning. Let's try another one. We had to cancel the picnic because it started pouring. Maybe you don't know the word pouring, but you know it's a picnic. You know they had to cancel it. So, what does pouring mean? Aha! Maybe pouring means heavy rain. Yeah. It means raining a lot. You didn't need a dictionary. You just needed to think about the situation. Think about the context. Think about the story. That's how native speakers do it, too. Even in your own language, you often guess words from context. So, next time you hear a new word, don't stop. Don't panic. Look at the sentence. Listen to the speaker's tone. Think about the topic. Ask yourself, what could this word mean? If it's really important, you can check it later. But in the moment, just keep going. Use the context. Your brain is smart. It will help you. This is how good listeners understand more even when some words are new. All right. Now, let's talk about technique number 5. The last one for today. Don't multitask. Stay focused. Let's break that down. What is multitasking? Multitasking means trying to do 2 or more things at the same time. For example, listening to English while checking your phone, watching a video while cooking, playing English audio while writing an email. This may sound like a good idea. You're busy, so you want to save time. But here's the truth. Multitasking doesn't work well for learning. When you do 2 things at once, your brain can't focus fully. You don't listen carefully. You miss words. You forget what you heard. Your brain needs full attention, especially when you're learning a language. So, what should you do instead? Create a short English time every day. Even just 10 to 15 minutes. In that time, do only one thing. Listen carefully with focus. No phone, no distractions, no walking around, just listening. You can close your eyes or you can look at the speaker's face if it's a video. Just be present. When your brain is focused, you learn faster. You understand more. You enjoy the process. Think of it like a conversation with a friend. Would you look at your phone while they are talking to you? No. That would be rude. You look at them. You listen. You care. Treat English the same way. Give it your time. Give it your focus. Even for a few minutes each day, it makes a big difference. So remember, don't multitask. Stay focused. That's how good listeners learn deeply. All right. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening. I'm Jack, and this is the English Cafe. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Before you leave, please like this video, subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon. It helps us a lot. Bye for now.